Hello, citizens, and welcome back. It's been a while, but we're here, and this is our match preview for Tottenham against City in the Premier League. So make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well if you're new, and as always, let's jump into it. So this game is the beginning of a very difficult run. Some massive games coming up, and it all starts here. Now, of course, earlier on in the season, we beat Tottenham 4-2. I say earlier on in the season. It was just a couple of weeks ago. We beat them 4-2. We were 2-0 down at half time. Another dreadful first half performance, of which there's been far too many this season, particularly since the World Cup. 2-0 down. The players went off to booze. People questioned whether that was the right thing to do or not. I think it was. I think the players deserved booing. The performance was appalling. And in the second half, the boys responded. They got their goals. And there it was. It was all inspired by Mahrez, who carried us forward. And we came out victorious in the end. Now, Tottenham, they're notorious for starting slow and hitting teams in the second half. So that game was kind of reversed. Going into this one, I expect Tottenham to do exactly the same they've done against other teams, which is start off quite slow, try and hold on to possession as long as possible, keep the game nice and tight, and in the second half, hit us on the break, take the chances, and try and get away with the 3 points. That's what Tottenham are going to do. What are City going to do? Well, we're going to hold on to the ball. We're going to pass it side to side. We're going to pass it backwards. We're going to hold on to it at the halfway line with our centre halves, and we're going to try and play our way into the box. Probably poorly, probably slowly. You know, we've not had a great return since the World Cup, unfortunately, which is a shame because we had a great performance at Ellen Road. We came away 3-0 winners there, and we just didn't build on it. That being said, we are second in the league still. We're still only 5 points behind Arsenal. Of course, they've got a game in hand. But like I said, it starts now. We've had the week off. Very rare for us, but we've had the week off. The players should be refreshed. They should be raring to go. And hopefully that determination, you know, that they found it again. They found their mojo a little bit. What I will say is, coming in from the January transfer window, you know, I think we've had a pretty poor window, to be honest with you. I think we lost Cancelo, which surprised me. Probably surprised a lot of City fans, if not all of them. You know, whether there's a rift there between Pep or the club, who knows? Whether Pep's told him he's not going to play that much, I don't know. But Cancelo's gone to Bayern Munich, and I think that's a massive, massive loss. One of the things City have been crying out for in the last few seasons is a left back. Cancelo wasn't exactly a left back, but we used him at left back, and he did a good job there. He gets up and down the pitch. He supports the right sided full back as well. He can push into midfield. Now Pep wants to play with those full backs in the middle and control possession with them. He did a fantastic job. Yeah, defensively, I thought he was poor. I'm not going to hide that. You know, I've said it many, many times. Defensively, Cancelo has cost us in games. But going forward, you know, he does create chances and he can score goals as well. He puts a mean cross into the box, and he's a huge loss. And to lose him and then not bring in another player, to me, a bit of a shocker. I think we've let ourselves down a little bit because we've not had a proper left back in years. And then we go and let off one that was doing a job for us, which means we've only got really Ake left now to play left back. We've got Ake, and of course, he's going to try and play Laporte there. Is it going to work? Who knows? I mean, it could cost us. It might not. But I think I'm leaning towards it will cost us for the rest of this season, not having that left back or someone who can get up and down the pitch as well. Now, it's interesting as well because if we look at this season as a whole with the fullback situation, it's that this season Pep's gone into the midfield and he's pushing the fullbacks up. He's putting them into the middle. He's making them play quite narrow. And the players he's let go this season, or the club has let go, are Cancelo, who's very good at that role, and Zinchenko, who's very good at that role. Now, these players were perfect for the system Pep wants to play now, and they're the first players that we've let out the door with this new system. It's crazy talk. But there we are. That's Pep for you, trying to mix things up, trying to keep it fresh. And I think we could have done with an extra person in, or an extra two in even. I know we've signed the youngster from Argentina again, but he's not going to come till next season. We could have done with one this season now. I don't think it will cost us because I don't think we're going to win the Premier League. I think we're too far behind Arsenal. And with Arsenal coming up away in just a couple of weeks, I don't see us catching them. I really don't. Can we win the Champions League? No. Arguably, you know, we've just made the team weaker by letting Cancelo go. We've not strengthened. We've made it weaker. We've not been playing well for about 4 or 5 months now. For a few games before the World Cup and since the World Cup, we've not put in a solid performance for 90 minutes. So we shouldn't be anywhere near favourites for the Champions League. That being said, we have to see until the competition restarts again, see what mindset the players are in and how Pep tackles it. see what system changes he makes, because I think he has to make a couple with Cancelo gone. So we might see us trying to play a little bit more like we were last season or the season before. I want to see us play more direct, particularly with Haaland in the box. Will that happen? Don't know. It's only been a week, but I've got so many questions, and Pep needs to answer them, and he needs to answer them quick, because the whole point is this is the start of a huge moment for us. Can we go on and beat Tottenham? If we beat Tottenham here, it sets us up for the next couple of weeks where we've got Aston Villa, we've got Arsenal, and we've got Nottingham Forest as well. Teams who are all going to attack us, teams who are going to test us. It's a challenge. And if the boys can see it through in the next couple of weeks, you know, if we can come out at the end of February looking good and maybe unbeaten for the month, we've got a real big shot for the rest of the season. But it's a big if, isn't it? And that's it. That's the match preview. You know, I'm not going to talk about lineups. I'm not going to talk about who would play, because Pep changes his mind all the time. I have no idea who's going to play in the front three. The only thing I know for sure, Rodgers going to start, Haaland's going to start, Edison's going to start. After that, it could be anything. I can't say that any player deserves to start right now. You know, like I said, no one's putting in 10 out of 10 performances. The best we've had so recently is Mahrez. He had a fantastic second half against Tottenham, but then his performance since then has dipped a little bit with the rest of the team. They didn't carry that momentum on. That's the most frustrating thing. We have zero momentum. This is what this game needs to do for us. It needs to give us some momentum going into the next couple of weeks. And again, that's it. Yeah. Bit of a ramble at the end. But, you know, got a headache. I can barely see my right eye. Toothache. Been an absolute nightmare. But yeah, join me for the watch along. And yeah, that's on Sunday, isn't it? Against Tottenham. Make sure to be there. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe as well. Thanks as always for watching. Really appreciate you all. See you again. Bye-bye.